Alright, as promised, I said I was going to redo the question from section 8.2, number 89 again, because of the mistake that I had made in the video in that question. So let's go ahead and begin it. It's going to be written as 25 minus 2 times the absolute value of a plus 3 is greater than 19. Not too bad to start with. And one thing I mentioned before to look for when you're doing questions like this is if you have the absolute value of something either less than or greater than a 0, or it's either going to be less than some negative number or greater than a negative number, is going to impact what kind of answer you're going to get. So let's go ahead first and try 25. That part I did just fine. And we obtained the result of negative 2 times the absolute value of a plus 3 is greater than negative 6. Because 19 minus 25 will be negative 6. The mistake I made in the last question is when I divide by a negative 2. As I've mentioned in class, when you divide by a negative number, you have to flip the direction of the inequality. So the negative 2's will reduce to give me the absolute value of a plus 3. This will give me 3 here, but this greater than symbol now becomes a less than symbol. And the problem from here out is actually not terribly difficult, but you do have to remember to flip that inequality. So I'm going to split this up into two problems now and write this as a plus 3 is less than 3. And then a plus 3 is greater than negative 3. Let's see what answers we get for this now. So if I subtract 3 from both sides, that's going to give me a is less than 0. Over here, if I subtract 3 from both sides, I get a is greater than negative 6. So this question from this point now, I need to go ahead and put this on a number line. Negative 6 will go here, 0 will go here. This is going to be open parenthesis going this way. This is going to be open parenthesis going this way. So we're looking at the region between these two essentially. Because for this one, it has to be between the value of 0 and negative 6. In interval notation, we simply write this 6 to 0, parentheses, with a comma in between. And now we have question 89 correctly shown. Please feel free to ask any questions about this if you have them in class.